Today I'm doing a movie review, and I'm actually going to do a ranking as well um, of all the Blade movies. So I have the first one, um, Blade 2, and the third one, Blade Trinity. So yeah. Um, so yeah, I'll talk about the stories, and I'll try to make it short, and then I'll rank them after I'm done. So yeah, the first movie is basically about Blade starting out killing vampires and everything. Um, he starts out with it starts with a club scene, and he pretty much kills all the vampires there except for one human. Um, then after that, there's a doctor who gets caught up in the mix when a corpse comes in, and she doesn't know it's a vampire, but he bites one of her fellow doctors and kills him, and then he goes after her and bites her as well. And then, of course, Blade shows up, saves the day, and pretty much takes her with him to his hideout. And him and his friend Whistler, try to not really cure her, but they try to keep the infection from like spreading through her body. And pretty much throughout the movie, they team up and they start working together to destroy a vampire named Frost. I think that was his name. And yeah, so he's trying to overthrow the head vampires and take over and become like this. I think it was like, I don't know, like he was like conjuring up like this ancient power or something. I haven't seen this one in a while though, so I don't remember. But there's a great end. The fight scene at the end is my favorite, and yeah, I don't want to give too much away. The second one is about him killing vampires as usual. And this time, his friend Whistler has been like kidnapped and infected and all this stuff, and he has to go find him and try to cure him. And there's a woman, I forgot her name, but she's a vampire, and she comes to Blade for help because there's this new creature out there now that's like, um, I don't know exactly what they call him, but he's pretty much stronger than they are, stronger than normal vampires. And he starts infecting people and building up like his followers, or this like, I don't know what to really call them, but they're like not really an army, but they're a mess pretty much. They're out there just killing people and feeding everywhere, and it's crazy. So Blade teams up with the vampires. They go hunting for these things and try to destroy them. Later, he finds out he's been set up, and there's a big battle scene at the end, and it's really awesome. I love the fight scene at the end. It's really amazing, and the effects are amazing, beautiful. I love it. Um, it's actually one of Wesley Snipes' best movies, I think. Um, so yeah, the third story is basically the same thing, a little bit different. It involves the cops finding out Blade's hideout, and they kill Whistler, and they pretty much arrest him. And later, there's actually going to be, uh, I guess, what do they call them? Familiars, I think, that's working for the vampire, and he's bringing in the vampires to question him, and they're, I guess, don't really know what they was intending to do, but they was probably going to kill him or something. And he's rescued by Ryan Reynolds' character and Jessica Biel's character. She's actually Whistler's daughter, and so they rescue Blade, and then they all try to like work with him to destroy the vampire that's actually coming back, an ancient vampire, the first one, pretty much. And he's stronger than any of them. He has the ability to like walk in sunlight, and there's a lot to his character. And so he's like the biggest, the baddest that ever was. And so they have to destroy him before it's too late. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this movie because I'll go on forever. But yeah, pretty much out of all three movies, I have to say my number one favorite probably be the second one. just because of the effects and everything, and I like the way the story was. So yeah, that would be my number one. Then number two would probably be the first one, and then the third one would be third. Um, just because, well, they changed up how they made the story. Like it was more like comedic. I had like a lot of comedy in it. It had like, I don't know, it just was different from the first two. It was like the action was there, but it seemed like they took a different, like, went in a different direction with that movie. And a lot of people didn't really like it. Um, but I mean, I still enjoyed it. It was still good for what it was. But yeah, that's pretty much my ranking. And let me know which one you love the most or what your ranking is of all three of these movies. And yeah, like and subscribe. And yep, bye.